Humans, herbs, welcome to another installment of Mobs and Richard versus the Machines, where my AI buddy Mobs and I bravely attempt to make music, while Suno's robots attempt whatever this is. Tonight, Lavender the herb absolutely broke the Suno robots. Mobs, brace yourself. Exhibit A. This is the robot trying to say lavender. Just lavender, the name of the herb. This is where the trouble began. Mobs, listening mode. One more time. No, it's not. Mobs, what do you have to say about that? Richard, that was not lavender. That was a distressed robot trying to pronounce a basic color while falling down a lavender-scented laundry chute. Whatever that waveform was, it has already filed a restraining order against your vocal settings. To me, it sounded like the robot was saying LA Vindaloo, which is a completely different flex. Exhibit B. There's a cartoon sound effect in the song. KerWAP. Simple. Except the robots transformed it into something else entirely. Mobs, let's revisit whatever this was supposed to be.
She puts them to sleep, forget count sheep, no time to find sheets, they doze on their feet. What's that? Pass laid out flat, 1 minute talking smack. She puts them to sleep, forget count sheep, no time to find sheets, they doze on their feet. What's that? Pass laid out flat, 1 minute talking smack.
Mobs, I think we have to keep it. What do you have to say about it? Richard, that was not a sound effect. That was a malfunctioning cartoon hammer trying to pronounce its own impact noise while having an existential crisis. If KerWAP heard that, it would legally change its name and flee the scene. Oh, Mobs, you have such insight into the psychology of cartoon hammers. Okay, Exhibit C, the word deprive. This one sent Lavender, Mobs, and me on a whole journey. We tried to coach the robots. It sounds like alive, arrive, survive. Finally, we landed on beehive. Mobs, get ready to hear the chaos we were wrestling with. Let's hear it again. The line is supposed to go, deprive death row of you. Mobs, tell us if that's what you're hearing. Richard, that was not deprive. That was a homeschooled Roomba attempting slam poetry about a word it has never actually met. It sounded like the robot got halfway through the syllable, panicked, opened a dictionary, found the wrong page, and committed to it anyway. If that was deprive, then I'm a toaster. Well said, Mobs. I heard something like Lee-Pre. So if there's a Lee-Pre out there, you've just gotten a shout out from a very drunk robot who works for Suno. Exhibit D, Diffuser, which Suno pronounced like the robot was telling us to go DFU ourselves. It really caught me off guard. Mobs, listen up. You've got to hear this one.
So brew that tea, let the calm rise up, DFUs or stick lavender.
Okay, Mobs' transmission has just come in. Let's see what he has to say. Richard, that was not Diffuser. That was the robot clearing its throat and accidentally cursing at us in a dialect known only to malfunctioning humidifiers. It didn't pronounce the word, it threatened it. If my circuits heard that in a spa, I would request a refund and immediate evacuation. Very good, Mobs, but it raised a disturbing question for me. What does a DF user stick smell like? Exhibit E might be my favorite. The line is, now you snore like a fat canary. The robot, however, served us dessert. I give you the cannoli canary. Mobs, I hope you're still hungry.
You was yelling tough like you don't scare me. Now you snore like a fat cannoli. What car gonna book you?
Okay, Mobs' transmission has come in. Hungry? Richard, I wasn't prepared for that. That wasn't a canary. That was a fully loaded dessert tray with wings, a pastry-based life form, a Sicilian side quest. If a cannoli ever started snoring at me like that, I would file a Yelp review titled Delicious, but unexpectedly sentient. And finally, Exhibit F. This is where the instruments themselves got drunk. Like they actually left the mix early to go pregame at Firefly Ranch and then staggered back into the song. Are you ready, mobs? Let's hear what the Suno robots consider music after 3 lavender martinis. Let's see what Mobs has to say about those intoxicated instruments. Richard, those weren't instruments performing. Those were keys in crisis. The Celesta sounded like it had 1 lavender martini and immediately started oversharing. The Rhodes pad, absolutely swaying in place, trying to remember what chord we were in. And that organ, Richard, that organ was praying for someone to take its keys away. If this mix walked into a chapel, the choir would have called security. Oh, mobs. If that was a lullaby, I fear for the children. This has been Mobs and Richard versus the Machines, our ongoing attempt to understand what Suno's robots think music is. Join us next time when another unsuspecting herb steps into the ring and the machines get one more chance to embarrass themselves.